What's good, YouTube? DM Gaming here, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Let's grow this channel, man. Let's continue to build on what we've already built here with the Kakarot community. Guys, I want to discuss something that came into my mind and something that I came across on YouTube, and that was a video of Kaio-Ken. Now, one thing that I do want to discuss before I show y'all the clip that I'm going to talk about is, remember back whenever we talked about how they could implement Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken? Guys, modders in the Dragon Ball Kakarot community have already done this, and they did it exactly how I said that I feel Bandai Namco should do it, and that is by making it so that whenever you're Super Saiyan Blue and you go Surge mode, it activates Kaio-Ken. So taking a look at this video here, it's a short video clip. We'll probably run it a couple of times and read a little bit, but you'll see Goku. Of course, now he's in his base form. He's gonna transform here in a second, guys. But I really love how they've done this, and it boggles my mind as to why Bandai Namco didn't do this. So you see the Super Saiyan Blue transformation, and once he charges his ki and goes into Surge mode, it activates Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken. And I think this is really, really dope. Like, why is this not a thing in the game? I know that we don't have Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken yet because, of course, he hasn't fought Hit yet. But remember in the battle with Hit, Goku even talked about how he was already working on said technique. And one interesting thing about that is that it got me to thinking about Kaio-Ken in general. Now, I know people are going to say, well, how will it work? Well, I would say take the buff that you get from Kaio-Ken and stack it on top of the buff that you get from Surge mode. The reason I say that is because Surge mode doesn't last that long. Now, I know you're going to say, well, DM, when you're Super Saiyan Blue, Surge mode lasts for an exponential amount of time. And that's perfectly fine. Here's the deal. You can make it so that when you go Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken, if you have the skill, or even make it a know-how that when you activate Surge mode, it activates Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken, and you get, say, a 30% on top of the already 20% buff that you get from Surge mode. Just stack it, and keep the same thing that you would get with losing health. Keep it there. As a matter of fact, make it so that his ki drains as well. This way it's not overpowered. Because right now, let's be honest, Super Saiyan Blue is extremely powerful. Now, Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken should feel that much more powerful, but as we know from the series, it comes with enormous risks. Like, Goku isn't able to maintain the technique for long. Let me not call it a transformation, because I don't feel like Kaio-Ken is a transformation. He's never stacked it on top of Super Saiyan. He has stacked it on top of Blue. That's why I really like that and hope that they would use that. But it's really interesting, guys. It's really, really interesting that modders in the community are doing this, and they've done it exactly how we talked about with them stacking it on top of Surge mode. So one thing about the Kaio-Ken technique, stacking it on top of Blue, like I said, you can make it to where it is like maybe a 20, 30, 40% buff, but it also stacks on top of your original Surge mode. Now, with the Surge meter, you can actually make the Surge meter, it would go down a little bit faster, because let's be real, in Super Saiyan Blue, the Surge meter does last for an extensive period of time. You can either keep it that way or make it drain a little bit faster. Me personally, I would say keep it the way it is. However, take what you had with Kaio-Ken, where it drains your health, and apply that to the Surge mode effect. Now, I know there is a know-how that when you're in Surge mode, your health regens, but make it so that Kaio-Ken cancels that out. That's the problem solved right there. So if one of those is equipped, you can't have the other one. For example, if you have the Kaio-Ken Super Saiyan Blue equipped in the know-how, then you can't have the automatic health regen equipped, and that would fix that issue right there. Another reason I say that I don't feel like Kaio-Ken is a transformation, and it's not a transformation. Kaio-Ken is not a transformation. It is a technique. Okay, and some people will say, well, Super Saiyan is a technique. No, it's not. Super Saiyan is a transformation. Okay, so is Ultra Instinct is also a technique. You see what I'm saying? Super Saiyan God is not so much a transformation rather than a state of mind in a sense. It's a state of being. And then because they're able to stack Super Saiyan on top of it. So does that make sense? And maybe I'll do a video about that at another day. But the reason I'm saying this about Kaio-Ken is because I know people are going to want to say, well, hey, if we can stack it on top of Blue, why aren't we able to stack it on top of Super Saiyan? Because Goku just never done that. You see what I'm saying? So the know-how, it wouldn't be a tech. You can use it as a technique, but the way that it operates here as a know-how, as a surge thing, I think it makes more sense in the game to make it so that it is a know-how, rather than a thing that you pull up in your menu and select Kaio-Ken. I don't like that. Just make it a know-how. That way it's embedded in the game. It doesn't take up a technique slot, but it does take up a know-how slot. And like I said, the only way you can use it is whenever you're in the Super Saiyan Blue transform state. That'll take a lot of programming on the developer's end, but if these modders can do it, then guys, yeah, surely they can do it. Now I know what you're going to say. Well, in the modder right here, all it is purely cosmetic, but the game developers can go in and make it so that it stacks. Now, one thing that is going to be interesting is how do you do the multipliers? Okay, so that's where you get into the catch-22 thing. You know, I would like to see it as a know-how, but if they made it to where the Kaio-Ken was actually a technique, that wouldn't be a bad idea either, because now you can make it to where you can stack it. And by stacking it, you just go into the buttons where you use your techniques and you just make another one. You just click the Kaio-Ken again. For example, if you go Kaio-Ken, when you go back into your attacks, instead of Kaio-Ken, it's going to say maybe Kaio-Ken times 4. And then after that, Kaio-Ken times 10, and then Kaio-Ken times 20, you know, and maybe even 100, you know, something to that degree. And it maxes out after a certain period of time. That would fix this issue. Like if you're one of those people that just, hey, I want to be able to use Kaio-Ken multiplied. Now, each time that you use a multiplier, it would drain that much more of your health would drain a lot faster, as well as your surge meter. Because let's be honest, when Goku, the higher level of Kaio-Ken he goes, the least he's able to maintain that. And that makes perfect sense. So there's two different ways that they can do that. You know, if they're not going to put the multiplier, then it makes sense to make it into a know-how skill. But if you're going to add the multiplier, then take it from the transformation slot and put it as a technique. That would make the most sense. But, you know, like I said, it's one of those things where, you know, only time he used it was Super Saiyan Blue and in base form. He didn't use it as Super Saiyan. So, you know, you would have to program something into the game to where you're not able to use it as a Super Saiyan. And that's why I like the know-how thing a little bit better. And maybe, you know, they could do it as both. Put it as a know-how that, you know, it only works on base form and Super Saiyan form. Similar to like the Spirit Bomb. Like when even in the game, when Goku uses Spirit Bomb, he goes back to base form. He doesn't use it in his Super Saiyan form. So I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below, guys. I have also I'm gonna be playing some of the Budokai Tenkaichi 4. I downloaded it. I want to get back used to the controls before I start like streaming and making videos of it. But guys, the modders in that game, they have done a fantastic job, and I can't wait to get it. I want to play through it and unlock all the characters first. Then we can go through and just kind of have some fun with it. If that's something you'd like to see on the channel, let me know down in the comment section down below, guys. That's all I got for right now. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.